Hey, how you doing? Duff here, and I am back from another somewhat aggravating experience at my dealer. Although it's turned out okay, but let me just back up a little bit. I took the truck in for its 15,000 mile service today, and they don't really do much at the 15,000 mile service. But while I was there, um, the service advisor did mention to me when I dropped off the truck that, oh, she looked up my VIN number and it was on the list of vehicles to be checked for the rear differential leak problem, which is something that I was not aware of until Chuck was down. Actually, Chuck told me about this recall, and he actually said he was going to look up my VIN while he was here, and we got sidetracked and it never happened. But that was the first I heard of it. When I went on Tacoma World, evidently this is something that's been discussed for quite a while, but I did not have any previous knowledge about it. So anyways, the service advisors told me that they will be checking my rear differential as part of my 15,000 mile service. I said fine. So I got a call about 10 o'clock from my service advisor, and she said that my truck indeed did have some seeping around the seal of the differential, and that meant that the truck had to be parked and I would get a loaner. And she was already like giving me the information about how it would be from Enterprise Rent-A-Car, blah blah blah, and she said that there's no ETA for a fix. She mentioned that she had a couple of trucks there, already, a couple of Tacomas there for two weeks so far, and no idea when they're going to get back to their owners. And I didn't like hearing that, and I thought it was weird the way it was presented. It was almost like I had no choice in the matter. Okay, it was seeping, so it had to come off the road, and like you get a loaner, whether it's convenient, not convenient, makes sense, doesn't make sense, that's the only option. And of course I didn't accept that up front. I did some research immediately, and I found the Toyota documentation, I guess the original letter that was sent out April 27th, and it was strange because it seemed to be contradicting itself. The first part of the letter mentions how if there's no seepage visible, the dealership is supposed to retorque the bolts. If there is seepage present, and like I took a picture of mine. There's a picture of it here somewhere. If there is seepage present, they are supposed to replace the rear differential seal and put in new bolts, new fasteners, and retorque them to spec. That's what this letter said. And then finally it says if there is differential damage, then the truck needs to be pulled off the road and the differential needs to be replaced. The whole assembly needs to be replaced. Okay, which sounds reasonable, but from what I've seen, these leaks are not severe enough that it's going to drain the fluid to the point it's going to damage the differential. But I guess that is a possibility. I guess so. So that's what I read. But then I saw another document in Tacoma World that I guess it was like the dealer flow chart to how to deal with this problem. And basically it said, okay, is there any leaking at the differential? No, tighten the bolts. Is there any, if the answer is yes to that, then it basically said you need to curb the truck, take it out of service, which is totally different than what the first letter said. So I don't understand if there was just a problem there was a misinterpretation, but that's what they were going off of. They're following this flow chart because there was some seepage there. According to Toyota, the truck was supposed to be pulled off the road. So, but actually my service advisor had not seen that first letter that identified that in my situation, a gasket and re-torquing new fasteners was supposed to be the remedy. So anyways, I told her that I was not okay with leaving my truck there indefinitely. I mean, I saw on Tacoma World some people saying that they heard numbers of like 60 or 90 days until Toyota has an official fix for this, that's unacceptable. It's crazy. Thinking that the owner is going to be okay just leaving their truck on a dealer lot that period of time. And I was surprised looking through the form how many Toyota owners actually just accepted that and just said, okay, well, give me a loaner and I'm fine, I guess. I'll just leave my truck there. I'm really surprised. It seemed like a lot of people did that, and that That's not okay with me. So anyways, I recanted to her how when I had this problem with my wiring harness for my driver's side curtain airbag, that and the part was not supposed to be available for a month. I again was told the same thing. Hey, you can't drive the truck. There's a possible safety hazard there. And I had to go through a lot of shit to allow them to let me drive it, which basically involved me signing a waiver saying, hey, I'm aware of the problem. I'm assuming the risk, and once the part's available, I'll bring it back and it'll be fixed. And I did, and it was fine. So I said to my service advisor, I reminded her about that story, and I said, I'm fine to do the same thing in this situation. I'll sign a waiver saying, you guys have identified the problem, I'm aware of it, I am choosing to continue to drive the truck. And it took a while, it took a few hours, but she finally got back to me and said, that's fine, you can do that. And that's what I did. So the truck is now here. It does have a little bit of seepage. I might, my game plan is just to keep an eye on the fluid level, but from the picture you can see it's very, very minor at this point. I'll keep an eye on the fluid level. Perhaps I'll retorque those bolts they're supposed to be 18 foot-pounds, so they're not torqued hard at all. But I can verify that torque level is correct, and then I'll wait and see. And they're supposed to let me know when the parts are available, or whatever the ultimate remediation is going to be. They will let me know, and it'll be done at that time. So that's fine for me. I was happy with that. So yeah, I kind of feel dumb that I didn't know anything about this rear differential problem until Chuck mentioned it to me a few weeks ago. But here's my first-hand experience with it. I read about people that were avoiding going in to have their 10 or 15,000 mile service because they didn't want the dealership to confiscate their truck. And I mean, I would tell those people that they can't do that legally. They can't take your truck. You do have a choice in the matter. Even if they don't present it to you up front, you do have a choice. So I would exercise that choice, unless you are truly okay with leaving your truck at the dealership for a couple months while you're driving a loaner. But I wasn't. So yeah, that's it. The only other update I had was got a new box, and if you've been watching my videos, you know what this box is already. This is my TRD Pro fog lights, front fog lights, that I got from Sparks Parts, and I plan to do an install video on this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Got lots of spare time, and we'll get that done then. And from what I saw, I did a little investigation on the install. It does not look complicated, so it should not be a very lengthy video, but hopefully the before and after is worth it. We'll find out, because these were not cheap. More than $400 for a pair of fog lights, so yeah, not cheap. But yeah, that's it. So if any of you have had experiences with a differential leaking problem, I'd be interested in hearing your stories and what you decided to do, or what the dealership told you, because it seems like it varies greatly depending on what dealership you go to. So yeah, that's it. Until next time, definitely not. Oh, one more thing. Just want to mention. Last video I mentioned how I was getting very close to 2,000 subscribers. As of this morning, I was at 1,998 subscribers. So I only need 2 subscribers to get to 2,000. So if you're willing to help me in that effort, I would greatly appreciate it. And even if you are a current subscriber, I appreciate everybody that supports me. Even though YouTube ad revenue, you hear the sky is falling, I would do this even if I didn't get paid, because I just enjoy doing it. For whatever reason, call me weird, I don't know. I enjoy doing it. Yeah, the money isn't what it has been, but it's not like I was making a ton anyway, so that doesn't really matter. But I still would like to get to 2,000 subscribers, so please help me get there. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, Duffman out.